This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my ranking of all the current MCU trilogies. There will be spoilers for all films up to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And to be clear, I am only considering the first 3 films in each trilogy, since that's how many films a trilogy has. So films like Endgame and Thor Love and Thunder, which both serve as the 4th films, are not being considered in this. I am only looking at the first 3 films. So let's go straight into it with the 7th film trilogy. At number 7 is the Ant-Man trilogy, and this is just for the fact that, although I think that all films were okay, there's nothing really amazing there, and I think all the films just are, just okay. There's nothing truly great. All the other trilogies have at least one great film in them, and everything here is just really okay. And um, that's really all I have to say about the Ant-Man trilogy. So let's move on to the next one. At number 6 is the Iron Man trilogy, and although the first Iron Man film is one of the MCU's best, Iron Man 2 and 3 really are nothing special. They're not terrible, but they're just okay. And the main reason it's above the Ant-Man trilogy is because Iron Man is such an amazing film and is better than all 3 Ant-Man films. And I really do like Robert Downey Jr. in the role. He does a great job as Iron Man, which pushes him up a little more. But just the fact that there's really only one great film and the rest are just kind of okay. I can't rank the trilogy any higher, although I really do want to, since Iron Man is such a great character in the MCU. At 5th place is the Thor trilogy, and I think that the first Thor is really good, and Ragnarok is a great film. Thor the Dark World is really what holds it down, and is probably the weakest of the Infinity Saga films, and that's the main reason it's there. It has one good and one great, which puts it above Iron Man, which really has only one great. But the fact that it just has one that's kind of bad puts it lower down into it, and really can't rank it any higher because that's just the main spot I have it at. Going to number 4, and just outside the top 3 is the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. And just a little mention, I'm also not considering the holiday special in this, although that technically could count as the 3rd film. It's not a film, it's a special, so I'm not considering it as sort of just a fun side project. And this is a really good trilogy. I think that the first and 3rd films are amazing films, and the second is it's a good film, but I don't enjoy it as much as 103, which is a film I personally, I don't know, I just don't love it. I do enjoy things from it, like Yandu's death and a few other things, but the extremely emotional conclusion they had with Volume 3 was done perfectly, and the first film was also done amazingly and was just a real surprise. Those 2 films were both amazing, which pushes it over everything else, but I don't think it ranks in comparison to anything that's in the top three, which is why it's just outside of it. And at third place is the Avengers trilogy. And if this was, well, if Age of Ultron wasn't on here, I think that this could have made it into first place. But Age of Ultron, although it's a pretty good film, it's not as amazing as the other films. And I'd say that Avengers and Infinity War are both amazing films. And well, the Age of Ultron film is just really good. I'd put it above Volume 2, which just pushes it over. And I think with just how amazing Avengers and Avengers Infinity War were, keeps it at such a higher place that it definitely is a different level of Guardians. And it just puts it in such a high place that I think it deserves third place. But and if they didn't have Age of Ultron, or if Age of Ultron was the fourth Avengers film, even though technically wouldn't work since, Iron Man would be dead by that point, it would definitely be ranked higher. But still, I did enjoy it, and I think it definitely deserves to be at third place. At second place is the Captain America trilogy, and all the films in the Captain America trilogy are great. They're all amazing films, and that's what puts it at number two. And I think number two and number one really depends on the person. It could go either way, but I'm putting the Captain America trilogy at number two because although I do really enjoy all the films, I just slightly place the next trilogy above it because I enjoyed those films just a little more. I'm sure you know what film it is, well, what trilogy it is, and I really do enjoy this one. It's just that I put the next one slightly above it. All the films are amazing in this, and they do such a great job with Captain America, and it's awesome that Civil War basically serves as another Avengers film. I really do enjoy it, and this is just slightly below number one, which I just put slightly above it because I just personally enjoy that one a little more, but I could see people definitely swapping two and one, but for the ranking, no matter where it appears on the list, although I would assume it's going to be in the top three to four, since these two trilogies are amazing. At first place, and most obviously, is the Spider Man trilogy. I love these films. All the villains for these were amazing, and No Way Home is definitely the best film on this list, at least in my opinion. It is such an amazing film and did such a great job, which helps just push it into the top three on its own. And I really do love Far From Home and Homecoming, which both did amazing jobs. They have amazing villains with the Vulture and Mysterio, and it was all done really well. It's interesting just how deeply tied into the MCU Spider-Man is, and it seems to be setting up another trilogy where he's going to be more on his own or working with more street level heroes. I really am excited to see what they do with it, and I really do enjoy everything they did with it. And again, the main reason that this is just pushed ahead is because just how amazing No Way Home was. It would definitely still be in the top three, even if No Way Home wasn't as amazing as it was, but that film alone just pushes it to first place, at least in my opinion. I want to know what you think. how would you rank these trilogies? I'm pretty sure I didn't miss any of the trilogies. For some reason, I was just checking the trilogies to make sure I didn't miss anything, and every list, even though it did come out that I saw after Volume 3, only included 4 or 5 of the trilogies when there is 7, and I don't think I missed anything. All the other films are either 1 or 2 films in, and I will update this eventually when a few more trilogies are completed, and I'm guessing the next 2 will probably be the Doctor Strange and Black Panther ones. And of course, we do know that there's a definitive end date to the next Avengers trilogy with Secret Wars release. So we do know a few more trilogies that will be ending, and I'm suspecting that within the next probably 5 to 7 years, we'll see a completion of another Spider-Man trilogy. But this is my ranking. I want to know what you think. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.